This woman had a revelation about men when it comes to dating, and she wants to share it with us, so y'all check this out.
I'm about to say something that's so pick me. Please don't kick me out of the club, please. But I don't think men necessarily want to be chased. I think they want to know that you like them.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I think she's got it. I think she's got it. By George, she's got it. By George, she's got it. You're right.
I agree with Tupac. You are right. That is exactly what it is. It isn't about men wanting you to chase them. That's what women say because a lot of them don't want to do anything. But it isn't about chasing. We just want to know we're not wasting our time. There's so many women out there who love wasting dudes' time. Y'all don't even talk about those women. Y'all only care about the dudes who expect you to text them too. There are women out there who don't want to do anything. They think the man should text them, set the date up, pay for the date, call them, pursue them. They just want to sit there and just let their phone ring. That is not going to work anymore. We just want somebody to put in a little effort too. That could just mean sending me a text to ask how my day is going, offering to take me out every once in a while, calling just to say hello on your way home from work. Those are things that show a man that you're interested. So he now knows he's not just wasting his time, his money, and his energy on a lost cause. There are a lot of women out there where you might as well just take your money and throw it out the window because that's what you're doing dealing with her, because it isn't going to go anywhere. They're just using you for whatever reason, and men are just sick of it. So all men are saying, we just want to know that you are actually interested in us too, and there are small things you can do to show us that. That is all men are saying. Y'all took it, tried to flip it and make it seem like men wanted to chase y'all, but that just isn't the case. There are some men out there who want to be chased. I'm not going to sit there and deny that, but that is not the majority of men. The majority of men just want to know that the woman is interested in them too. That's it. That's all. No more, no less. So stop it with all that chasing garbage. Do your part so the man knows what time it is. And just to be clear, your words is not enough. You can tell him all day you like them, but most men need to see that action. Just like Kid Ink and Chris Brown said.
Can somebody tell me why when a guy goes through a breakup, the first thing he does is download Tinder?
Well, that's because most men don't have rosters or backup plans, so they like to wait until their relationship is fully over before they start pursuing somebody else.
I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of women who will disagree with that, but the fact is, plenty of women, there are studies to show this, have backup plans while in a relationship, not men. So when the relationship is over, it is more likely that the man will have to go out and try to find another girlfriend or another person to hang out with, while your person is one text or phone call away. So you can get mad all you want, but the facts are the facts.
I had a homegirl, right? We're not homies anymore, but she had an encounter with a guy, right? She was on him. She hella liked him, whatever. She called me the next day. She was like, yeah, we did whoop whoop. And I was like, cool, right? A year or so passes. She meets a guy that she's really serious with, right? And then she's like, so I was thinking about that one guy I was with, and I think he raped me. Oh, I can't say that. Grape. Bust it out because then it'll demonetize you. And I was like, you totally wanted him. You totally called me. You totally told me all the details. Yeah, what do you mean right now? But I think it was like the shame attached to the fact that, because it was just like a one night stand. It wasn't nothing serious with homie, right? Yeah. The shame that I think she felt that she allowed herself to go there. And then when she met a serious guy, I think to herself, she was trying to make it seem like he overstepped or whatever. But he was like way tossed and she wasn't way tossed. Like she was fine, right? I think about like that. And I'm like, God forbid my sons were to have an encounter with a girl. She fully is, fine with things. And then months later is like, the shame that I feel is uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna say that you took advantage of me. Wow. Hell no.
That ain't right. Yeah.
That's taking too much. That is common. Yeah. It is. That is very common.
That happened to me. And then
talk your truth, baby.
Months later, the same thing tried to happen. I didn't say this, say that. I'm like you said, I was butt skunk drunk. I don't know what you were on. You didn't seem that drunk. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and those kinds of allegations, like,
it's hella serious.
It's hella serious, bro. That's with someone's life, career, reputation, everything.
Oh yeah,
everything. And being someone who that happened to me when I was 13, like that's not something you play about. It has real repercussions. There's real scars there, real things that I've had to work through to overcome intimacy, to just overcome anxiety in parenting, like all kinds of. It's not just like, I busted it open when I regret it now, to evade responsibility. I'm gonna whatever. Hell no.
And like you said, it's evading responsibility. The shame forces them to try to cope with it however they can.
Make themselves feel better in a way.
Yeah.
Now, I know this isn't all women, but this is something that a lot of us men worry about when dealing with you women. There are a lot of women out there who do not care what happens to a man. As long as they're uncomfortable, they'll do whatever, say whatever to make themselves feel better or to avoid taking accountability for the situation. They'll send you to prison. They'll have their family members looking for them, just like that girl did Kane in Menace to Society.
Check this out. I'm Alina's cousin, partner. She don't like the way you've been dogging her, and I don't either.
We supposed to fight over.
Had her cousin coming way over there just to catch a beat down. And we all know she was lying. That wasn't Kane's baby. I don't need no Maury DNA test to prove it. This is my proof right here.
Stop lying, all right? Besides, I had the Jimmy on extra tight.
You heard him. He said it was on extra tight. What other proof did you need? But seriously, though, whatever they got to do to feel better, they will do it. And this sucks because her friend that she was talking about never thought for a moment that if she pressed charges and sent that man to jail, his kids won't have a father, his mother won't have a son, his father won't have a son, his grandparents won't have a grandson. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is, I don't like the way I feel right now. This is why women are dangerous. Us men are now starting to understand how you women are. We understand how you roll. We understand that it's based on how the wind is blowing at that moment because it's all centered around how you feel about something. And that's not cool. You can't do something and then wake up the next day or a year later talking about I don't feel good about that. That's horrible. There are so many men who have went to jail, ruined their career, ruined their business because they slept with some girl. She didn't want to have to tell her father, her husband, her boyfriend. She didn't want to have to tell somebody, and his life was ruined. And in a lot of those situations, nothing happens to her. She just gets to go to work once they prove that she was lying. This is why it is smart to have some kind of a recording device around. It doesn't have to be a video. Just get an audio recording of your situation. Make her sign something. There are steps you have to take in 2025 to make sure you don't have to go to jail after having a great night with a woman. Because the fact is, you can go out with a girl, you guys go back to your house or her apartment, y'all have a great night, and there's a chance that she might wake up and start calling the police. With men, the only thing she has to worry about after a great night in the bedroom is him calling her an Uber. This is a woman thing, and this is something that y'all gotta get fixed. If y'all want men to start feeling better and being more comfortable in these situations, approaching you, being alone with you, anything like that, y'all got to get better at this. You do not ruin somebody's life based on how you feel or the fact that you don't want to take accountability for your actions. There was this case I was looking at a while ago. It was about these two high school boys who took their female classmate into the bathroom and they had a threesome. My bad. I guess some of the kids in the school found out and they started calling their names. And because she didn't like that, she told everybody that the boys raped her. The boys lost their scholarships. They couldn't go to school. They couldn't play any sports. And the only reason they caught her in a lie is because they went through her text messages showing her agreeing to do it with the boys. Their life was ruined because she didn't like how she felt after she made the decision to do it. That's what men have to worry about. And I just want to say this last thing. So many of you women get mad when men don't believe women when they say something happened to them. A lot of people don't believe them when they say something happened to them. But this is why. I always say a lot of you women complain about the things that some of us men do to you when you are the reason why we do it. If women were honest and weren't lying all the time, men would never have an issue believing a woman when they say this. But because you can't stop lying and y'all would do anything to avoid taking accountability, this is where we are. So like I always say, stop blaming us, look in the mirror, because this goes back to y'all. Nobody else, just y'all. But anyway, leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.